dark, the dawn you can't avoid. You found me in the bloom where the starfields hum. Your shadow touched my fire and the universe succumbed. But every heartbeat I give becomes a world you break. Every blossom I raise is a ghost you take. Still you held me in the glow of collapsing suns, two halves of a cycle that can never be one. We were written in the code of the cosmic machine. You the end of all things, at the spaces in between. But the neon horizon keeps pulling us apart. Even gods can fracture when they share one heart. Into something new and warm. You touched my ruin like it wasn't a curse. You saw the beauty in the ending of the universe. But if I stay too long, your gardens turn to bone. Your galaxies collapse, your children die alone. So I'll carve my goodbye in the dust of the sky. I promise that endings don't mean we in a retrograde spin, two cosmic lovers when no one can win. Your dawn in my dusk, your breath in my night. We burn too bright. We were never meant to merge. Only orbit on the verge. So run with me through the ultraviolet rain, one last time before we sever the chain. Your darkness in my light, my breath in your decay. But the cycle demands we drift away. We fall in love in the glow of the dying day. But the law of the stars says we cannot stay. So I'll hold your hand till the colors fade to gray, and we walk our separate ways. In the silence between the beats of creation, I still feel you. In the shadow between the breaths of oblivion, you still feel me. But the universe turns, and we must let it be. He was born where the rifles sleep, where the flags hang heavy with ghosts. A newborn wrapped in camouflage cloth, cradled by a man carved from war. No cradle songs, only cadence, no lullabies, only orders, no childhood, only purpose. Steel floors for nursery rooms, blueprints around his crib. Every breath a drill, every heartbeat a march. The drill sergeant watched him like a storm on the horizon, raised him They whispered legends in the halls. Kid's been training since diapers. Kid's got eyes like he's seen it all. He stepped into the gauntlet like it was just another morning run. Every test perfect, every shot dead center, every drill flawless. He passed with 100% accuracy without breaking a sweat. He didn't rise through the ranks rose to meet him. He wasn't trying to be a hero, he wasn't trying to be a god. He just followed the voice of the man who raised him, the drill sergeant who taught him how to brave. Born in the barracks, raised by the roar, built from the ashes of every war before. Mind like a weapon, heart like a drum. He never asked for greatness, he just became the one. The chosen son of the battlefield's breath, marching with angels through the valley of death. Lieutenant at 19, leading men twice his age. 6 months in the fire, 6 months in the rage. Hundreds fell before his team, hundreds more behind. He carved a path through enemy lines like a prophet with a rifle in his hands. He didn't celebrate the kills, he counted the ones he saved. He carried every name like a stone in his chest. Lieutenant first class now, same team at his back. Another 6 months of thunder, another 6 months of black. They fought through cities swallowed by smoke, through nights where the sky forgot the stars. Another few hundred enemies fell, but he never lost a man, not yet. Captain now, same team, same loyalty, same fire. But this time the enemy came like a tidal wave of bodies. Thousands screaming for blood, they surrounded the squad, a circle of death, tightening with every breath. Ammo burning low, hope burning slower. He kept shouting orders, kept pulling brothers back to their feet. But half the team fell before the sun even rose. Born in the barracks, raised by the roar, built from the ashes of every war before. Mind like a weapon, heart like a drum. He never asked for greatness, he just became the one. The chosen son of the battlefield's breath, marching with angels through the valley of death. Only 3 left now, he calls in the airstrike, voice steady while the world collapses. Hundreds still closing in, claws of war dragging at their heels. Then another brother falls, shot through the chest before he could even scream. Now it's just two against 50, 2 against the impossible, 2 against the end. The sky glows with incoming fire, the earth trembles beneath their boots. He grips his rifle, looks at the last man beside him, and whispers, "We don't die today!" Turn to wrath, wrath turned to self. salvation. He stood in the center of the storm, like a prophet carved from steel. They strike hit like the fist of a god, fire rolling across the valley in waves. 50 enemies swallowed in the blaze, screams drown beneath the roar of the sky. He shielded his last brother with his own body, he tearing at his armor, ash clinging to his skin like war paint. But he didn't bow, he didn't break, he rose through the fire like a monument. Smoking his lungs, blood in his teeth, but his voice cut through the chaos. On your feet, we're not done. And the last man rose because they believed him. Through the firestorm, through the flood, through the ashes of the fallen and the rivers of blood, he walked like a titan, unbroken, unscarred, a soldier reborn in the heart of the bombard. The angel screamed his name in the smoke, a legend rising where the battlefield broke. But not all the enemies died. Some crawled from the flames, burning, limping, furious, eyes glowing with the last spark of hate. 50 became 20, 20 became 10, 10 became a circle tightening around them, weapons shaking, voices chanting in the language of vengeance. He wiped the soot from his eyes, lifted his rifle and whispered, "Hound to." Boots in the ash, heart like thunder, 2 against 10, ready to tear the world asunder. Every shot of prophecy, every breath of vow, he fought like the war was happening now. They fought back to back, 2 shadows in a burning world. But fate is a cruel marksman. A bullet found the last brother's spine, dropped him to his knees before he could even scream. He caught him, held him, lowered him gently into the ash. The dying man smiled through the blood. You were right, we didn't die today. Then the light left his eyes, like a star going dark. He closed the soldier's eyes with hands that had never trembled. But now they did, just once, just long enough to say goodbye. He stood alone now, one man against the remnants of an army. 10 enemies left, weapons raised, fear in their eyes, because they finally understood who they were facing. He stepped forward, pain forgotten, destiny burning in his chest. Through the firestorm, through the flood, through the ashes of the fallen and the rivers of blood, he walked like a titan, unbroken, unscarred, a soldier reborn in the heart of the bombard. The angel screamed his name in the smoke, a legend rising where the battlefield broke. The flames parted around him, like they feared to touch his skin. The last 10 enemies stepped back, not because they were ordered, but because they saw something in his eyes. Not rage, not hate, something older, something sacred, something born in the barracks and baptized in war. He lifted his rifle, voice steady as stone. This ends with me. The firestorm faded, but the silence that followed was louder than the bombs. He stood alone in the ashes, one man where a squad once lived. The sky wept smoke, the earth held its breath, and he walked out of the inferno, carrying the weight of every ghost. The evac chopper found him standing over the bodies of his brothers. Helmet off, eyes hollow, hands still trembling from the last goodbye. The medics tried to pull him in, but he didn't move until he lifted the last fallen soldier onto the stretcher himself. He whispered a name no one else could hear, a promise, a vow, a curse. They strapped him in, but he didn't feel the straps. They spoke to him, but he didn't hear the words. He stared at the burning valley as the chopper rose, watching the fire shrink, but never fade. Back home, they called him a hero, pinned a medal to his chest for surviving the impossible, for saving the mission, for standing when no one else could. But he tore the medal off before the camera flashed, dropped it on the floor like it weighed 1,000 pounds. He said only one thing: give it to the ones who didn't come back. He carried the ghost, he carried the blame, he carried the fire that whispered his name. A soldier reborn in the shadow of loss, a legend ascending through ruin and cost. The angels watched him break and rise, a warrior forge where the battlefield dies. Nights became battlegrounds, dreams became ambushes. Every shadow looked like the last brother falling. Every heartbeat sounded like gunfire. He trained harder, ran farther, shot longer, trying to outrun the memories that clung to him like smoke. But the fracture came quietly, a moment of stillness, a breath that didn't feel like his, a realization he wasn't the same man who walked into that third tour. Something inside him had changed shape. They approached him in the dark, two men in suits, one woman with eyes like she'd seen the same ghost. They didn't salute, they didn't smile, they didn't thank him for his service. They simply said, we know what you did, we know what you survived, and we know what you're becoming. He didn't answer, he didn't need to. They slid a folder across the table, black cover, no insignia, no name. Inside, a program, a transformation, a chance to turn his fracture into something unbreakable. They didn't ask him to be a hero, they didn't ask him to be a leader, they asked him to be a weapon no war could contain. And for the first time since the firestorm, he felt something like purpose. He stepped into the Black Ops facility like a man walking into a temple. Lights humming like chanting monks, machines glowing like sacred runes. They stripped him of rank, of medals, of identity, not to diminish him, but to rebuild him. Tests that broke normal soldiers barely slowed him down. Simulations that crushed elite operatives only sharpened his focus. Pain became fuel, fear became clarity, loss became fire. He carried the ghost, he carried the flame, he carved a new path through the weight of his name. A soldier reborn in the shadow of loss, a legend ascending through ruin and cost. The angels bowed as he crossed the line, a warrior forged into something divine. When the ritual ended, when the tests were complete, when the fire inside him finally found its its shape. They handed him a new uniform, black, unmarked, silence, a new name, a new purpose, a new war. He looked at the insignia, a symbol he didn't recognize, but somehow understood, and he whispered, not to them, but to the ghost behind him. I won't fail again. He returned to the field, not as a soldier, not as a recruit, but as the weapon they forged in the dark halls of Black Ops. No insignia, no rank, only purpose. The final mission waited for him like destiny carved in stone. The last enemies gathered in the ruins, the remnants of the force that took his brothers from him. They thought they were hunters, they thought they were shadows, they thought they were the end. But he walked into the battlefield with the calm of a man who had already survived the impossible. Every step was memory, every breath was a vow, every heartbeat was a drum calling the war to its final chapter. He didn't fight for glory, he didn't fight for revenge, he fought to close the book so no one else would bleed for it. He rose through the fire, he rose through the pain, he carried the ghost that whispered his name. A warrior forged in the darkest of days, now ending the war in a halo of haze. Oh, the angels watched him finish the fight, a legend walking out of endless night. The final enemy stood before him, not brave, not defiant, just afraid. He lowered his weapon, not out of mercy, but because the war was already over. The enemy dropped theirs too, and the silence that followed was the first piece he'd heard in years. He turned away, leaving the battlefield behind, like a man stepping out of a nightmare. They welcomed him home with applause, with medals, with speeches he didn't hear. He smiled for the cameras, but his eyes stayed distant, fixed on places no one else could see. Nights became battlegrounds again, dreams became ambushes. Every quiet room felt like a trap, every sudden sound pulled him back into the fire. He wasn't broken, he wasn't weak, he was a man carrying too many memories for one lifetime. He tried to live, he tried to breathe, he tried to be human again, but the war followed him like a shadow stitched to his soul. Time passed, the uniform stayed folded in a drawer. The medals gathered dust, the nightmare softened, not gone, just quieter. He grew older, hair turning silver, and shaking not from fear but from age. He found small joys, sunlight on the porch, warm coffee in the morning, the sound of rain that didn't remind him of gunfire. He lived long enough to see peace become real, long enough to forgive himself for surviving. He died in his sleep, not in battle, not in fire, but in the quiet housing of a long, heavy book. And somewhere in the place where warriors go when the war is finally done, his brothers waited for him with open arms. The legend ended. The man was free. I fell under a sky that never cared, a world that watched me shatter and whispered that I was nothing. Faces blurred into shadows, voices drowned in the roar of chaos, and the cold took me like an old friend. I died with hatred burning in my teeth, a curse carved into my final breath. Not for one person, but for all of them. The world had abandoned me, so I abandoned it back. But death wasn't the end, it was the dawn. I woke beneath the violet sky, air thick with magic, earth humming with ancient blood. Sword shields sealed with moonlit eyes, dwarves carved from stone, catfolk with silent steps, humans with the same cold hatred I remember from my first life. A world divided, a world already burning, and in my mind the chart, a glowing lattice of numbers and memories, every word from my old life etched into my new strength. I opened my eyes in a place no one should survive. Demons circled me, their language a snarl of fire and bone. Yet I understood every word as if I'd spoken it for centuries. They lunged, I moved, power surged like a second heartbeat, levels climbing with every stride, the chart exploding with new skills I didn't even know existed. Level 200, level 900, level 1500, level 2000. The world bent around me as if it finally realized I wasn't prey anymore. She stepped from the smoke, horns like obsidian, crescent's eyes burning with ancient storms. I sent them, she said. I wanted to see if you were worthy. Her voice was a blade wrapped in silk, her presence was a throne of fire. I didn't bow, I didn't break you past. She whispered more than pass. Walk beside me, not as a servant, as my equal, as my chosen. And for the first time in 2 lifetimes, someone didn't look at me with fear or disgust or indifference. So I accepted. Words spread, humans rallied their armies. Demi-humans follow, driven by fear, by hatred, by the same poison that killed me once before. They marched on her castle, torches like dying stars. Weapons raised against everything. They refused to understand. I stood on the ramparts, the demon lord at my side, her hand warm against mine. So that broken command. No justice, no witness, just the echo of a life they dismiss. But in the darkness after dying, something ancient whispered, you are not finished. Flames curled around my bones, shaping me into something more than mortal. My heartbeat turned to thunder, my veins lit up like molten portals. I rose, not as a ghost, but as a demon reborn with a purpose carved in fire. I was murdered as a man, but I returned as a storm. Now I rise above the ashes, a demon lord reborn. Let the heavens shake in terror, let the humans fear my name. I will burn their hate to embers and rebuild the world from flame. I'd rebuild the world from flame. Demons bowed when they saw me, not from fear, but recognition. They felt the power in my aura, a force that bent the air like a living affliction. I tore through the trials, crushed the tyrants who ruled before me. Claim the throne of obsidian stone as the legions roar. Lord of the abyss, lead us. And I did. Humans march with banners of purity, preaching that demons were filth, unworthy of breath, unworthy of life. They wanted extinction, they wanted genocide, they wanted to erase everything that shaped like them. So I answer, not with cruelty, but with power. Drop the hammer. If you want a war, I'll give you a new world. Their armies fill the horizon, a sea of steel and trembling faith. But I walked forward alone, my shadow stretching like a tidal wave. Magic roared through my body, a storm born from death and rebirth. I unleashed it, a single blast that shattered the battlefield and silenced their hatred in one breath. Not slaughter, not vengeance, just the end of their crusade. I was murdered as a man, but I returned as the storm. Now I rise above the ashes, a demon lord reborn. Let the heavens shake in terror, let the humans fear my name. I will burn their hate to embers and rebuild the world from flame. I did not conquer to rule, I conquered to heal. I united demons and humans, tore down the walls built from fear, and forged the walls where no one would ever die the way I did. A world where power protects, not destroys. A world reborn, just like me. I am the demon lord, I am the last breath of the old world. I am the first heartbeat of the new one. fights through the dark. A glitch in the sky tears a hole in his heart. One breath in Vegas, the next in Ado rain. Cherry blossoms glowing like they pity his pain. A fox mask girl giggles, welcome stranger. Her voice sugar sweet, but the air tastes danger. Steel blue moonlight paints his shaking hands as the old world dies and a new one demands. He kneels in the dust, learns the blade, learns the bow, learns honor in silence, learns patience in snow. Cute charms on his sword, but the edge is pure death. A kawaii skull dangling with every breath. Kill count rising like a drum in his chest. 500 monsters, and he's all that's left. Pink petals swirling in a blood-red sky. He screams for the fallen, they will not die. Cute smile, evil eyes, heart full of war. Samurai spirit in a world not his before. He cuts through the horde with a neon-lit cry. For honor, for vengeance, tonight you all die. Goblins chatter with razor wire grins. Orcs stomp the earth like the world caves in. But he stands alone, cloak torn, blade bright. A glitch-born warrior, ready to rewrite the night. Synths pulse like a heartbeat under the roar. Guitars crunch like bones on a blood-soaked floor. He charges, a storm in human skin. Cute charm swinging as the massacre begins. He remembers the dojo, the tea, the calm. The master's hand steady on his trembling palm. Your soul is the blade, your rage is the fire. Now every strike sings the song of his desire. Kill count rising like a drum in his chest. 500 monsters, and he's all that's left. Pink petals swirling in a blood-red sky. He screams for the fallen, they will not die. Cute smile, evil eyes, heart full of war. Samurai spirit in a world not his before. He cuts through the horde with the neon-lit cry. For honor, for vengeance, tonight you all die. Die, die, die. Eight-bit chimes ring, soft in the carnage. A lullaby glitch in the battlefield's darkness. He whispers to the dead, I'll carry your names. Then roars like a demon set ablaze by flames. The sky cracks open, pink lightning falls. His blade becomes thunder, answering their calls. Cute charm glowing like a guardian star. He becomes a legend they prayed for from afar. He walks to the bodies like a god of the dawn. The war is over, the monsters are gone. Cherry blossoms drift on the wind like snow. A new world kneels to the warrior they now know. Cute hearts, deadly hands, destiny unfurl. The outsider man who saved their world. He sheathes his blade with a soft little sigh. For honor, for love, for those who died. like a brand from a god I never prayed to. A rash crawling outward like it's got something to fucking say. Every sunrise it spreads, quiet creeping mutiny. A red-veined map of a future I never asked for. I scream at the mirror, what the hell are you doing to me? But the mirror just watches, like it already knows the ending. And the world keeps spinning, pretending nothing's wrong, while something ancient wakes up under my skin. By the time it hits my chest, my pulse sounds like war drums. Every beat feels like a countdown, every breath like a warning. People stare at me like I'm a freak, like I'm some cursed asshole dragging doom behind me. But none of them cared when I was starving, none of them cared when I was broken, none of them cared when I was alone. So why the fuck should I care now that something inside me is waking up? When it reaches my brain, the world goes red, not pain. Revelation, my eyes burn, my vision floods, and I feel myself split open from the inside out. Not dying, not breaking, becoming. The first scream that leaves my throat isn't human anymore, and the world hears it. I rise, not dead, not alive, something in between, something beyond. They call me monster, they call me abomination. They call me the end, but I am the beginning too. Every human I touch becomes one of the horde, not because I want them to, because the infection wants to spread, wants to build, wants to claim. And with everyone that falls, I grow stronger, taller, heavier, more beast than man, more storm than flesh. The other zombies look at me with fear, but they bow anyway. They know power when they see it. I am the Alpha, I am the Omega, I am the fucking prophecy they never saw coming. These crumble under the weight of the horde, governments fall like cheap cardboard. The sky turns the color of rusted blood, the earth shakes with every step we take. Survivors scatter like insects, clinging to hope like it's not already dead. Some fight, some hide, some pray, but prayer doesn't mean shit when the world has already chosen its king. One survivor stands longer than the rest, a stubborn bastard with nothing left to lose. He faces me like he thinks courage matters, like he thinks he can stop the inevitable. He swings, I don't move. He screams, I don't flinch. He tries to kill the monster I've become, but he's too late. The man he knew is gone, buried under the weight of evolution. And when the fight ends, the world goes quiet. The last human falls, and the age of mankind ends with a whisper, not a roar. Now the earth belongs to us, the broken, the twisted, the reborn. A world of shadows and hunger, a kingdom of the damned. I stand at the center of it all, the Alpha and the Omega, the first and the last, the king of a world that never wanted me, until it was too late. And somewhere in the ruins, a handful of survivors still run, still hide. still fight for a future that doesn't exist anymore. But I can feel them, I can smell their fear, and the heart moves when I command. The hunt never ends, the world never heals, and I never stop growing. Because this is evolution. My pulse sounds like war drums. Every beat feels like a countdown. Every breath like a warning. And I am its goddamn ruler. Steel screams, a blinding roar, a world collapsing into white. My bones shatter like fallen crowns. My heartbeat fades into the night. But in the silence after death, a voice of ancient fire calls my name. Rise, wanderer. Your story has only just begun. Through the veil of shattered skies, I fall into a world reborn. Magic coils around my veins, a newborn god in mortal form. I awaken in a realm of stars, where fate is carved in runes of flame. A leveling light ignites my scars, and the broken man becomes a name. From death's embrace I rise again, reborn to claim the hero's throne. A symphony of steel and pain. This world will never stand alone. Arcane halls of marble frost, where ancient banners whisper lore. I walk among the prodigies, yet power floods me even more. Sword in hand, spell on tongue, I master arts they fear to speak. The elders watch with trembling awe. I break their limits in a week. Forbidden tomes unlock for me, their glyphs ignite beneath my skin. The primordial script, lost to time, answers when I call to it. I ascend through trials, crowned in fire. My soul a storm no cage can bind. The ancient magic wakes desire, a force forgotten by mankind. Through every test, through every scar, I carve my legend into stone. A rising star, a blazing scar. This world will never stand alone. Bellum aeternum vocat. The day of wrath. The fire rises. Eternal war is calling. forged in death's own truth.
Your hope is nothing breaking you.
The world cracks open under us. My vision blurs, my heartbeat slows. I cast a spell no tongue should speak. The ancient room that even gods oppose. Light erupts, the sun reborn. The demon lord is torn away, but victory tastes like iron dust as darkness drags me into grave. Rain on windows, A heart be steady.
a breath returning.
I wake within a quiet room. My wounds erased, my strength restored. The council kneels before my bed, their voices trembling as they roar. Arise, hero of the fallen star. I return from death with fire crowned, a soul reborn to guard this land. Through shattered worlds, through battlegrounds, I rise again, sword in hand. Let kingdoms sing, let angels hear. The man once broken now ascends. For I am the flame they name as hero, and my story never ends. He woke to a sky carved open by violet fire, dragged through a rift like a soul on a wire. One blink and the earth he knew was gone, replaced by steel-clad kingdoms and arcane dawn. Swords sang in the wind, shields cracked like bone. Magic roared through the air like a god overthrown. He hit the dirt bleeding, confused, alone. But something ancient whispered, this world will be your throne. Will be your throne. A demon lunged with a jaw split wide, teeth like daggers, eyes like genocide. He grabbed the fallen blade, drove it through the bastard's spine. Blood sprayed warm across his face, and he felt divine. He tears through the dark like a star reborn. Holy fire in his veins, demon blood on his sword. Every kill makes him stronger, every wound makes him whole. He's the nightmare they fear, the salvation foretold. From the gutters of earth to the throne of the damned, he rises unstoppable, the strongest in the universe, forged by his own hand. The hordes came screaming from the obsidian gate, claws dripping venom, tongues hissing hate. He met them head on with the roar that split the sky, steel flashing, magic burning, bodies piling high. He ripped the demon's arm off and beat it to death, stumped another skull till it burst on his breath. A sorcerer tried to curse him, he cut the bastard in two. Watch the guts spill, steaming like a sacrificial brow. Child of ruin, child of wrath, walk the bloodlit path, become what the stars fear, his chest, hellfire in his veins. Every battle rebirths him, every death fuels his rise. He's the storm, he's the terror, he's the god they idolize. From a broken man on earth to a legend carved in blood, he conquered the universe because he fucking could. The world kneels, the demons burn, the stars tremble, and he ascends. Immortal no longer, but a myth without end. Static in the heavens, neon bleeding through the clouds. God is light, but the alleys are full of ghosts who never see the sunrise. They preach salvation while the broken freeze on concrete. The prayers swallowed by the night like they were never spoken. If he helps everyone, then why do the lost still wander with needles in their veins and no one calling their name? Why do the faithful drown in bottles just to feel something while the world keeps chanting, he saves, he saves? Tell me why the holy sky stays silent when the homeless cry into the wind. Tell me why the angels never lend for the ones who send. If he helps everyone, why are the fallen still choking on the dark? If he helps everyone, why do the damned still carry every scar? If he helps everyone, why does the world keep breaking hearts apart? If he helps everyone, why didn't he help me when I fell too far? They say the murderer can be forgiven, the convict can be reborn in grace. But I've seen men rot behind their eyelids long before they ever saw a cell or a grave. They say the addict just needs faith, but faith doesn't warm the bones in winter. Faith doesn't stop the shaking hands or the nightmares that claw from the inside. Where is the light for the ones who never saw morning? Where is the hand for the ones who begged without speaking? Where is the God they swear is always watching? Why does cold. Every step you take writes a story in gold. You can lift someone up with a word, with a hand, or you can burn down a bridge you don't understand. But kindness hits deeper than thunder in the sky, a ripple in the dark where the broken learn to rise. Every smile you give is a seed in the night, waiting for the sun to crown it in light. There's a choir in the shadows singing low, warning in the wind, only good hearts know. Your choices echo louder than your voice. Every moment is a crossroads, every breath a choice. So shine, shine, shine. Let your kindness be the spark that realigns every heart that's falling out of time. 'Cause karma's dancing in the neon of your mind. Good love comes back like a rhythm divine. Bad moves return like a shadow behind. But you can change the world one soul at a time. Just shine, shine, shine. Some people walk heavy with storms in their chest, breaking others down just to feel blessed. But the universe listens with a patient ear, and every cruel act circles back like a spear. But mercy is a weapon too holy to waste, a sweetness in the air with a sacred taste. Lift someone up in the heavens, take note. Light gathers around every word that you spoke. Angels hum in the spaces between where your unseen choices paint the unseen. Every gentle act is a prayer in motion. Every cruel one poisons your own ocean. But you can rewrite fate with a single touch, a soft word, a warm hand. It doesn't take much. Shine, shine, shine. Let your kindness be the spark that realigns. Lift the world back into its prime. 'Cause karma's spinning in the rhythm of your life. Good love returns like a halo of fire. Bad deeds echo like a ghosted choir. But you can change the world one soul at a time. Just shine, shine, shine. Just shine, shine, shine. In the end, every heart gets what it gave. Every shadow you cast, every life you saved. The universe remembers every choice you made.